terms of being in sync with the DC universe and the last Wonder Woman and the one that is re-election one and the one that is gonna come next year, are you supposed to be in sync? And
You mean, are we in continuity with the live action?
Yeah,
or
or
no?
like-
Yeah. Now we're in continuity with our own continuity of the movies that we've been doing. So it's not a sequel to the '09 Wonder Woman. It's the Wonder Woman Rosario's been playing since Throne of Atlantis. But we wanted to give her her own wedge of a story that takes place in the greater scheme of the continuity. So
no relations between them.
well, Rosario
same
was
canon.
Artemis in the
Right.
'09 movie.
Right.
That's about the only relation. Story-wise, it connects to how Wonder Woman came to be in this continuity. It ties to Justice League War a little bit, and it just shows more of what her life is when she's not with the Justice League, which is something that was really important to me because a lot of these, the first Wonder Woman animated movie was pretty much an origin story, and you didn't get a lot of her supporting cast. You got a lot of the Amazon stuff, a little bit of Steve, but I wanted to show what was her life in man's world like, and so this movie fills in a lot of that. So that's kind of what I wanted to just show, kind of an example of what a Wonder Woman series would be like now. So, anyone else?
And the females, it's based on female characters.
I wanted to use a lot of her rogues gallery that never makes it into these movies because it's always Cheetah, although she's in it. But she has a deeper bench of rogues that never really make it into the animation or live action, and I just wanted to correct that. So we kind of have a villains incorporated plot in this that I think is really fun.
Do you find it challenging balancing multiple villains in the story?
It depends. With her villains, because they haven't gotten a lot of attention, it's kind of a cameo fest. This is kind of like Wonder Woman's version of Hush a little bit, because it's like, oh, there's, it's kind of cameos. So we don't delve into their backstories too deep, because it's not that kind of story. But I definitely think if it was a series, all her villains are rich enough that you could really spend time with them and develop them. So I'm hoping, I don't know if this movie won't lead to a series necessarily in its continuity, but there should be a Wonder Woman animated series. And I think there's enough material there to really, rival, what we've done with BTAS or Superman the Anime Series, Justice League. I mean, she's been a part of a lot of things, but never given her own focus. So I hope this movie kind of starts showing people beyond, Themyscira and Cheetah that, Wonder Woman has a life that we can, build continuity around.
So does this solo film open doors for having the other leaguers such as Flash or Green Lantern have their own films set in this universe?
Flashpoint Paradox was kind of a Flash-centered film, even though it wasn't directly dealing with his life specifically. I mean, Aquaman has had a focus. Superman definitely has. Were it to go on, every character would get a focus, but that depends on Warner Home Video. So, yeah. But I always go into it like a comic book art. Like there's the main Justice League comic, and then there's the offshoot books, but they're all tied into each other somehow. So we definitely make mention of her life with the Justice League in this movie. So it's connected. So there'll be a payoff if you've been watching the other movies.
How do you think Bloodlines will affect the animated universe going forward?
Excuse me?
How do you think Bloodlines will affect the DC animated universe going forward?
I don't know if it'll affect it. I just hope it is one more thing that says, hey, Wonder Woman needs a series. I don't care about the rest of the universe as far as the movies, because that's fine. I mean, we got this because the Wonder Woman live action movie was a big hit. And so I was like, yay. And they don't make us just make a movie of the live action movie.
Yeah.
They just say, make a Wonder Woman movie, which is great, because then I'm like, oh, good. I can make it. I can do stuff that hasn't been done before. Like I can use Dr. Cyber. I can use, other villains that normally they don't, you know, fall. They don't. This is about Silver Swan, and there's no way a live action movie would focus on Silver Swan before Cheetah. So anyway, so I'm hoping it leads to more of the women superheroes getting their chance to support a movie, and luckily live action has finally caught up. You know, you have the Harley Birds of Prey movie. You've got a Harley cartoon coming. So I think it's changing, not as fast as it should, but it's changing steadily. So you know, I would love to do more Wonder Woman movies. I mean, I love the character. I think, like Superman and Batman, she's a good jumping off point for other characters that may be lesser known. So, you know, the next Wonder Woman movie I could put in some, you know, I mean, I love Rose and Thorn. They're very obscure characters from way back when, but they're really cool characters. So things like that, where you use a main character, and this is what I've been doing with all these movies, is using the main character as a way to backdoor lesser known characters into that universe and get them exposure that they wouldn't get on their own. So hopefully it just leads to more Wonder Woman everything. That's what I'd like. Yeah. Anything else? You haven't seen the movies, huh? Is that it? Well, no spoilers.